Alright guys, welcome back to Ralph's house. We got our picture done, our drawing, our train arriving in the station, all the way out there in Oklahoma City. The engineer had a friend out there named Gannon. He's going to go get him to ride on that train. Said he's got to go get him out of school. He's in Miss Sarah Lawson's class, but that'd be pretty easy. We'll sneak him out of class, out in the back of the room when she ain't looking. And Gannon's going to go for a train ride. Tell you what we're going to do with this picture. I always start with the father thing back. We got to paint in the sky. We ain't done our sky yet. So we're going to take some white right here, put it on here. We got to get some paint on here. Grab me some water and put into this. And the sky color is a little bit of blue. We'll put some of that into there. And we're just going to get a good sky color going. Let's get some, there we go. Got a little blue sky going here. That kind of look like a sky color back there. We hope so. Just putting up water in here, a little more paint. So we're just putting paint in here and water. A little more blue. Now that's the lighter of the blue. That's called cerulean blue. Don't know why they call it cerulean, but it's a good sky color. Kind of looks like a sky color to me. So we'll get some of that painted in there. And on this side, so we got paint in that window too, because you're seeing through there. We'll paint that window back over top of that. Don't want to paint around it, but just be sure to get it in there. And see, that other paint's still showing through, so we can still see through there. And just get everything painted good, get it covered good. Grab some more of that paint. Just roll that brush. Remember when you're painting the sky, you want it to roll on there. You want it to be like it's there, but you can't. We know the sky is there, we can see it, but you really can't grab it. So we got to put sky everywhere there would be sky. We know what sky is because we breathe it every day, so it's got to be everywhere. We don't have no holes in the sky. It'd be terrible if we didn't have no sky. We wouldn't have no air to breathe. So we're just getting that in there. So that gets us a little sky painted on there. Grab a little bit more white, roll into that. So that kind of makes some clouds in there. Just kind of blend it in that other paint. That just gives us a little more sky color in there. I like putting colors in. I like colorful paints. Get some sky in there. We just want to make sure we have this canvas covered real good. Now what I'm going to do, see, I just covered that part of my train. I'm just going to wipe it off, see. Just kind of wipe it off a little bit where I can see it. And I'm just using a sponge now. Go to your mama's kitchen sink. You can get a sponge. She'll have one laying around somewhere. Where's my sky brush? There's my sky brush. Have your 2 or 3 brushes. This is a big one. This is my sky brush. That's why I use a big brush like this for covering a lot of ground. Getting a lot of paint on there real quick. Because the sky is the background. It's not the main subject of what we're doing. So we're going to kind of keep it back there. I don't want to waste all that white, so we'll get another little bright cloud going right in here. Carry that on down into there. Well, see, that cerulean blue makes a pretty sky color, doesn't it? Yeah, I think that works a little bit. So there's our sky. It's way back there in the background. Now, if you've ever been to a train station, it's a pretty common thing. They got a green roof. Now, I don't know if it's the law or what, but they seem to like green in train stations. I'm gonna mix some of that in that little sky color we had there. Just give me a green roof for this train station. We'll tone that down a little bit, but they just always had green roofs. You know, I go to a little old country church and it's got a green roof too. They must have been a train man blown that church sometime or another. Thought they needed a green roof. But I guess they just light green, I reckon. So we're gonna make that kind of look like a roof a little bit. Just get that green on there. So I'm getting colors, something to paint into under our sign there. Does that kind of look like a train roof? And then the shadows we make a little bit darker, see where there's shadows under the sign and here. We'll have a fireplace up here. It's kind of casting a shadow off the end of the building. Bring that down right along the edge, help get the edge established. So just, we don't want it all to be flat, so we'll have to kind of do that a little bit. If you want to really make it a little bit darker, grab some blue, mix it with that green. I grab some of that blue, I mix it with that green, see, it's made a real dark green for my roof, see, for my shadow under here. Because that sign's going to cast a shadow on that roof, and we want to keep that sign in there. That's how the engineer knew where he was at. Got to have the sign, and right over that edge. We'll keep it pretty dark. And again, we got our shadow up there. We'll load that brush up. That's the shadow for the chimney. You don't really see a chimney yet, but you will by the time we're done. There we go. Is that kind of looking like the roof of a building there a little bit? I'll tell you what, we're going to. This is down by the, where they walked up to the station down here. We'll show you a trick here. That's actually what's been done in kind of a pine or an oak and more of a wood, but I hate to waste color, so I'm going to use that green up there anyway, and we'll have something to paint our oak over. Because if you paint something light, you got to have something dark. So, and over here on this side, we'll use some of this green up over here in the grass. Because there's been grass out here somewhere. So that'll be a good color for the ground over here. And this is how you don't waste paint. You use all these paints you got on your thing, put them in here somewhere. Be surprised where you can get these colors going. Then when I paint the other colors over it, how pretty it'll look. Let's get our chimney back up in on the top. And grab some more of my burn umber, and that's what I was using to draw with. And cut us in a chimney right there. Kind of heading off the roof, see. There's no chimney there. Now you can see what was casting that shadow. See, we left the shadow there behind it. You know, we got to get right over the edge of that green we put on there. Just load that brush up a little bit. That's the under part of the roof where the sun don't shine. Can't get that far up under there. And then out here at the end we got our little, gotta have our little angles in there. That's what held that roof up. Those train stations look real neat with those things right there. Little arches that held the ceiling up. And we got that. We're gonna have our. These are little slats. Remember that was the board there. I tell you what, we're coming along pretty good. We're getting this thing developed a little bit. We'll add some different colors next time and see what we can do with this. I tell you what, y'all come and let's see what happens.